There's two ways to look at this. One is the conspiracy theorist way, which you see a lot of on Twitter, which is this idea that crypto is making all of these inroads as a replacement mechanism for fiat currency. And so governments are really now invested in trying to shut it down. I think that's largely untrue. And then there's the more simple, basic reality, which is that there was one part of the SEC that frankly didn't do the job that they were supposed to by either allowing a few of these crypto companies or crypto businesses to go public, either as standalone businesses or as part of other businesses, so Coinbase, Robinhood, etc. And then there's this part of the enforcement action after this FTX fiasco, which is a lot of CYA, covering your ass by the SEC.
Hey guys, welcome back to Library of Wealth. Today, Chamath gives us an update on the crypto market and what he believes is coming next with the SEC, Binance, and Coinbase. The SEC lawsuits against the two largest crypto exchanges by market volume last week will likely have a chilling effect on the tokens mentioned in the filings, possibly forcing them to resettle their businesses to other parts of the world. Last week, the SEC accused Binance and Coinbase of offering unregistered securities to the general public. The suits highlight ongoing questions about whether cryptos are a security, commodity, or something else entirely. Chamath says that if the SEC wins, crypto exchanges will have to leave the US market, which could force regulation much sooner than most expect. Let's get right into the latest interview with Chamath, as he gives his prediction for the crypto market and discusses what looms on the horizon in 2023. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoy the content we do here on this channel. Let's get right into the video.
And so they're coming down hard, and they're going to go and systematically dismantle the largest actors, and they're going to go through the value chain. So I think the obvious place that they're looking now are the exchanges. They'll look at the custodial services. They will not approve any ETFs. And then eventually, I do think it trickles into all of the staking services. And eventually, I think it'll touch the venture community and all of those firms and funds that had a huge, robust business in staking these crypto projects in order to get coins, like founding coins and then being able to sell them. Unfortunately, I'm pretty skeptical that you're going to see any form of legislation pass. I unfortunately think that the SEC has by and large put the entire sector into mate. And so I think that what Jason said is largely right, which is that it's going to force these companies to preserve enterprise value, to leave the United States and to jurisdictionally operate from a different place and to basically IP block and IP gate US residents from using their products and services. I also think that they're going to have to pay large fines. And so the only thing that'll be left is to adjudicate all of the staking stuff that happened and whether that was right or wrong.
I mean, I've been talking about this since the beginning because I bought Bitcoin and wrote about Bitcoin when it was maybe 25 cents. And then again, when it was 100. So I've been following this for a long time. And I think thinking from first principles, just stepping back for a moment, what we do in technology is fundamentally disruptive. If it's at its best, if it's truly going to be important in the world. When you look at crypto, the crypto crowd literally said, we are going to replace fiat currency. Fiat currency is the government. And so my thesis from the beginning was, if the government has a way to stop this, they do not want to be disrupted. What is a government at its core? It's a military, it's a bunch of rules, laws, and it's money. That's the kind of pillars of any government's power. We knew the government wasn't going to give this up, and they effed around and found out. But the truth is, and this is where I have some sympathy for the crypto people, not the people who are just committing crime the whole way and just dumping these bags on retail, et cetera. But we do want to have this innovation here. There are some innovative aspects to it. But Gary Gensler said, listen, you already have electronic money. It's called money in the United States. We already have these services. You don't need this. Consumers don't need it. And you have to understand the SEC's function in the world to understand why they're taking this action. Their function is to protect investors. Investors lost a bunch of money. Therefore, they are going to retroactively inflict pain and hold people accountable for their mandate, which is to protect investors. You could have easily resolved this, the SEC. And the companies could have resolved this. The companies could have followed these things as securities and only allowed accredited investors, top 5% of the country, people who make over $200K a year. They didn't do that. They said anybody can buy these. Well, that's just not how it works in America. And it should change.
I think what's happening is more nefarious than that. So the SEC is doing two different things. They're alleging two different kinds of crimes. One set has to do with protecting investors from having their funds stolen on these exchanges or at least commingled. FTX did that, right? Where they basically took customer deposits and stole them. What Binance is accused of is taking customer deposits, maybe not stealing them, but commingling them with company funds. That should be looked at, and I think crypto customers should be protected against that. However, the case against Coinbase, they're alleging a completely different set of facts, which is effectively what Gensler and the SEC are saying is that it is not legal to operate a crypto exchange in the United States. That is what the SEC is saying, because Coinbase has basically done everything right. And I believe that Gensler is far exceeding his authority in stating something like that. It is not up to the chairman of the SEC to say that Americans should not be holding crypto. Why, as a free people, should we not be able to buy crypto if we want to? Everyone should understand what the SEC is doing right now is basically usurping congressional authority. It should be Congress that makes the law. If Congress wants to ban crypto exchanges in the United States and prevent the citizens of the United States from owning crypto, let Congress do it. It should not be up to Gensler to do that. And the question is, why is Gensler going this far when previously he had relationships in the industry? Apparently, he was a consultant to Binance, and even worse, he was talking to FTX about giving them some special status. And I think the reason is the scuttlebutt is that he has an alliance with Elizabeth Warren. And the rumor is that, she will make him Treasury Secretary if he basically destroys crypto in the US.
Sorry, where's the evidence for that? That's just someone's rumor and speculation?
This is the scuttlebutt in the industry.
Okay, so it's
back
someone.
The back channel.
This is, in fact, the back channel.
So
but
just to be clear, rumor and innuendo is what you're saying.
No, look, what I would say is clear is that Gensler and Elizabeth Warren have an alliance to destroy crypto in the US. This was speculated about before with Operation Choke Point, but now it's clear. They're trying to shut
Operation
down.
Choke Point?
We've talked about it on the show before. It was a series of actions taken.
It's what you do when you're in a hotel at night.
No.
Operation Choke Point was a series of actions by the U.S. government to basically destroy all the on-ramps to crypto. So you couldn't get money into the system. Now they're going further, and they're basically saying it is illegal to operate a crypto exchange in the United States.
The SEC's legal battle against Coinbase and Binance will define the future of cryptocurrencies. Billions of dollars worth of digital assets change hands on these platforms every day. Yet crypto, since its beginnings, has existed in a regulatory gray area. After all, most of the current finance rules were set before cryptocurrencies came into being. A turf war continues between the SEC and the CFTC over which agency has the power to oversee these assets and the broader sector. Gensler believes most cryptocurrencies are securities, and as such, current laws give his agency the power to regulate them. Both of these companies have resolved to fight the charges against them, and they're preparing for the long haul. However, it's not just Coinbase and Binance. The lawsuits are also threatening to create a lot of uncertainty and further erode confidence in the entire sector. We'll be keeping an eye on this. What do you think about the latest interview with Chamath and the All In podcast? And what direction do you think crypto is headed in 2023? Comment down below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Library of Wealth. We'll see you in the next video.